I'm Emily Pfeiffer, and the intention of this video is to teach you the 6 questions to close a kit at the end of a class or a one-on-one. How many of us have come into doTERRA saying, I just love these oils, but I hate sales? How many of us feel that way, right? So my invitation to you throughout this video is to have a change of heart and learn to absolutely love sales. First of all, just a couple of principles. It's important to realize as we go into this situation that people want what we have. They might have issues about how much money they have to spend, but people want oils. People love these oils. People need to have the tools in their home to actually make these changes. So if we're saying our why is to put a healer in every home and to change the world, well, if people don't have the tools, then they can't change their lives and we can't change the world. So just have that knowledge in your heart that we are here to educate people and to empower them with tools in their home. So go in fearless with a lot of belief and a lot of love. Right now, we are going to go over the 6 questions that are going to help you go into an enrollment situation feeling excited instead of having that feeling of dread. At the end of a class, after I've explained the kits, I come around and give each person a Modern Essentials book or an Essential Life book, and they have their top 3 health concerns that they wrote down at the beginning of the class, and they are perusing the books and writing down the solutions for the things that they are struggling with. The first thing I'm going to do is to kneel down next to that first person and smile and say, what are we working on? And then they share their health concerns with me. At that point, I'm going to write down with them things that we find in the book, and I'm going to ask them about some other questions. So right now I have before me written down all of their family's health concerns. The next question, so after question number 1 was what are we working on? Next question is I am going to look deeply into their eyes and I am going to ask them, how serious are you about resolving these issues right now in your health? And I'm silent and I wait. And if they look at me in the eye and they say, I'm serious about solving this, then when they give me that permission, because basically when I'm asking them, how serious are you? I'm basically asking them, how much money do you want to spend today? Like how badly do you want to solve this problem? And if they tell me I'm serious, then I am going to have no shame saying, well, then if you are serious, I would look at either the Diamond Kit or the Every Oil Kit or the Natural Solutions Kit, and I'll take a look at that with them. And I'll say, if you're serious about overhauling everything in your home and getting every product that doTERRA has, then I talk about the Diamond Kit. And then I'll talk about the Every Oil Kit. If you want to have every single oil so that you can make any recipe, any concoction known to man, any physical or emotional thing your family is facing, you've got it, right? And then I'll say the Natural Solutions Kit for me would really be the minimum if you are really serious about taking control of your health right now, and I'll build a lot of value into that. And then whichever way they want to go, when I'm feeling kind of where they're leaning, then I go to the third thing that I say. So I'd say, if I were you, I would get, and I will pull out their form and I'll put the pen in their hand and I'll show them where to click on the kit that I would get if I were them. I just sat down with a doctor last night and she's wanting to get to know doTERRA to possibly work it into her business. So last night I put the pen in her hand and I said, if I were you, I would get the Diamond Kit, because as a doctor, you're going to want to know every single product that doTERRA has so that no matter what question comes up, you've got it. And so she said, okay. And so she got the Diamond Kit, right? And so that's something that you can be very genuine in. They've already given you permission by telling you how serious they are. Okay, so after you've asked them, what are we working on? And then you've asked them, how serious are you? And then you say, if I were you, I would. You put the pen in their hand and show them where to fill out. Now, very important right now is you need to leave. You need to leave them alone after this and not be hovering over them. You need to go to that next person. If it's in one-on-one, you just sit and be silent and just wait. You can, do something else, take a look at something and just let them think about it. Don't keep going on and on and on. So you go to that next person and you do the same thing and you go throughout the class. Remember, everybody's looking up their health concerns and that's keeping them busy. And then you come back around to that first person at the end to see if they have filled it out. Hopefully they filled it out and they're turning in their form and you're done. You don't need the last 3 questions of this little formula. But if they're still vacillating, if they're still sitting there and kind of hesitating, that means that they have some kind of concern. So right now I'm going to give you top 3 questions that I use to help resolve anyone's concern. And if you can master these, you will go into these moments of hesitation with absolute confidence and excitement instead of like, oh my gosh, they're hesitating, what do I say? So Memorize these, okay? So the first thing, when I can tell they're hesitating, I'll smile and I'll say, so as you're looking this over, what are the factors that you'll be considering in making this decision? And basically I'm saying, what are your concerns? And hopefully they'll tell you, they'll say, well, I just don't know if I really need everything in this kit. So great, now you know what the concern is. So you do your best to resolve it. And after you feel like you've resolved the concern to the best of your ability, then you go to the next question and you say, if they're still hesitating, it's possible that after you resolve that concern, they'll start filling it out and be like, okay, but if they're still hesitating, then here's the next question you can ask. You can say, is there anything that we haven't talked about that will affect your decision? So it's basically saying, is there another concern? Okay, so they might share some other concern about maybe they don't have a lot of money, or maybe, something else is coming, and you try to resolve it. If their concern is money, then perhaps you look at the family physician's kit and you say, well, since you're feeling a little bit low on money right now, maybe the family physician's kit is a great place to start because it will give you all the foundational oils and then you can build up from there. So you could do something like that. Now, hopefully by then you've resolved that second concern and they'll start filling it out. If they are still hesitating, remember you've already asked them, what are all the factors you'll be considering in making this decision? And you resolve that and you've asked them, is there anything that we haven't covered that will affect your decision? So you've asked them to give two concerns. If they are still hesitating and they are not filling it out, then I love this last question. You simply ask, so what do you think is the next best step for you? Totally low pressure, no manipulation at all. What do you think is the next best step for you? And then they may say, I need to go home and speak with my spouse, or I need to do some research, or whatever it is. Then very important, you pull out your planner on your phone or your day planner and you say, okay, when would be a good time to follow up with you on this? Is there any more information that I can give you? Can I send you some video links or whatever it is? And here's where it comes, you guys. That is the difference between the hunter mentality and the farmer mentality. In the hunter, they come to our class and we're going to shoot them and we're going to enroll them. A farmer thinks about, great, this class has been another great exposure. This person just needs more exposures. And so you're thinking in your mind their next best step and you schedule that. One thing to remember, don't assume the financial position that other people are in. Let me just give you a quick example. A couple nights ago, I was at a class. After the class, I walked up to the first lady, I knelt down, I said, what are we working on? And she said, well, I'm pretty healthy. I think I just may want to get an oil for stress, and maybe I'll get a vitality pack for my husband because he doesn't have a lot of energy. Now, I could have assumed right then she doesn't have any money. So she just wants to get one oil and a vitality pack. She's not interested in any of the kits. But I remembered, no, I'm not going to assume anything. So I turned to her, I said, well, how serious are you about solving these problems right now? And she said, I'm very serious. And so I said, well, then if you're serious, if I were you, I would get the Natural Solutions Kit because you're going to get the mood oils, you're going to get the vitality pack, and you're going to have the foundational oils in your home to handle any immune issues that come up. And I went and I talked through the kit, and she paused afterward, and part of me thought, oh, great, I bet, she's not going to get anything, or she's going to say, I told you I only wanted one oil. And you know what she said to me? She said, I want 2 Natural Solutions kits, one for my husband and myself and one for my daughter. And then she added onto that 2 more vitality packs and 2 more diffusers. She spent $1,300 at the class. So imagine if I would have assumed she told me she's really healthy and that she only wants one oil and her husband just wants one thing. She must not have any money. So never assume. You listen to them, you ask them how serious they are. If they are serious, have no problem talking about the Natural Solutions Kit, every oil kit, diamond kit. If you will memorize these, then you can be confident that in a sales situation, you are not manipulating, you are inspiring them. You're that person saying, let's get these tools into your home, let's get you going. Every single question puts them in the driver's seat and lets them say what they want to do next or what they're dealing with. And these will empower you to help you love sales, to help you feel like you can be your authentic self and not be some creepy salesy person. So memorize these 6 questions, become confident, and help get these tools into people's homes and change lives forever.